Hello and welcome. Let us start today with lesson number 31. I am not the victim of the world I see. How I love this lesson. I say that for every lesson because I really love every lesson there is. Today's idea, let's see, is the introduction to your declaration of release. Again, the idea should be applied to both the world you see without and the world you see within. In applying the idea, we'll use a form of practice that will be used more and more with changes to be indicated. Generally speaking, the form includes two aspects, one in which you apply the idea on a more sustained basis and the other consisting of frequent applications of the idea throughout the day. Two, two longer periods of practice with the idea for today are needed, one in the morning and one at night. 3 to 5 minutes for each of them is recommended. During the time, look about you slowly while repeating the idea 2 or 3 times. Then close your eyes and apply the same idea to your inner world. You will escape from both together, for the inner is the cause of the outer. As you survey your inner world, merely let whatever thoughts cross your mind come into your awareness, each to be considered for a moment and then replaced by the next. Try not to establish any sort of hierarchy among them. Watch them come and go as dispassionately as possible. Do not dwell on any one in particular, but try to let the stream move on evenly and calmly without any special investment on your part. As you sit and quietly watch your thoughts, repeat today's idea slowly to yourself as often as you care to, but with no sense of hurry. In addition, repeat the idea for today as often as possible during the day. Remind yourself that you are making a declaration of independence in the name of your own freedom. And in your freedom lies the freedom of the world. The idea for today is a particularly useful one to use as a response to any form of temptation. It is a declaration that you will not yield to it and put yourself in voluntary bondage. Let me read the footnotes and then I'll come to what this lesson means to me. Applying the idea on a more sustained basis refers to the longer practice periods which will eventually take place mainly in the mornings and evenings. See paragraphs 2 and 3 in this lesson. The frequent applications are the brief repetitions of the idea we are asked to do throughout the day. See paragraph 4. They also include the practice of response to temptation or the as-needed application. See workbook number 19, paragraph 6, line number 1, which we repeat the idea in response to any form of upset. See paragraph 5. There is another reference to the United States Declaration of Independence. I was going to say that. I'm glad it's in the footnotes. See text 4, that's the other portion of the Course in Miracles, which has the text. This is the workbook lessons that we're doing. There is a text as well for the first. So look over there. Here, the United States declaring independence from Great Britain is a symbol for you declaring independence from the tyranny of the world. The above sentence is part of the instructions of the shorter applications. In other words, when you repeat today's idea, you meant to literally remind yourself that you're making a declaration of independence in the name of your own freedom. So because this brought up a text reference, I'm going into my phone where I have my Kindle. I'm just going to tell you where that is. The text for in complete annotated is the fourth chapter is the ego's struggle to preserve itself. And that chapter is divided into sections. So the fifth section is the calm being of God's kingdom. Just so we understand the context, I'm just going to read just till that point. So it says, it is difficult to understand what the kingdom of heaven is within you means. The reason is because it is not understandable to the ego, which interprets it as if something outside is inside, which does not mean anything. The world within does not belong. The kingdom of heaven is you. What else but you did the Creator create, and what else but you is his kingdom? This is the whole message of the atonement, a message which in its totality transcends the sum of the parts, as we said about sonship before. Christmas is not a time, it's a state of mind. He goes to talk about that. The Christ mind wills from the spirit, not from the ego, and the Christ mind is yours. You too have the kingdom which your spirit has created. It has not ceased to create because your ego has set you on the road of perception. Your spirit's creations are no more fatherless than you are. Your ego and your spirit will never be co-creators, but your spirit and your creator will always be. Be confident that your creations are as safe as you are. The kingdom is perfectly united and perfectly protected, and the ego will not prevail itself against it. Amen. This was written in the form of a prayer because it is a good thing to use in moments of temptation. It is a declaration of independence. I just wanted to give that. Please don't take it as, the words are so much, or if it is too complicated, just wipe it off your what you heard. Don't worry about all that. Just practice. When you say I'm not the victim of the world, and there where it says you that paragraph 3, 2 and 3 in this lesson, go to your place where you have been or you thought you were the victim of the world. How many times do we do that? On a daily basis, if you think about it, if something doesn't go right, something doesn't go the way we want to, immediately we feel so powerless. We feel so frustrated. And the first thing where we go is, why is this thing happening to me? That's a question that comes up. But we never think to say, let alone forget, be grateful or thankful. We never even question it as, we never even feel like, oh, I'm glad this happened because there must be a reason. We we don't automatically default ourselves come there. It takes some time. Once we go through all the madness, all the craziness, we have now given away our power. We react, and then we come back to that same thinking where we go, okay, uh, it must be for a reason, must be for a reason. And then, in like later on, when that thing didn't happen that you wanted to happen, and the better thing happens, you go, oh, I now get it. All I'm trying to say is that we live in this world with default automatic conditioning. So this sentence, I am not the victim of the world, makes you think, what does it mean to me? Where all have I placed myself as the victim of the world? Let me go there, and let you can do the best thing you can do is, it doesn't matter. The past, present, and the future are all one. You can go there anytime you want, bring it to the light, and it is healed. You guys, it is healed once and for all. Not just for you, but for the entire sonship. That is your power. That is the power of your thinking, the power of you working with your inner wisdom. That is you. You are so powerful. I thank you so much for taking the time each day to practice. This is your transformation. Keep sticking, keep coming. I love you. Have a great day. Have a great week. Namaste.